Hello everyone, Pallytub here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. We are going to be playing one of my favorite tanks from back in the day. He kind of fell off a little bit. I'll be talking about that in today's video. This is Arthas Menethil. I have tried to record this video 3 times today. I don't understand. The last game, we didn't lose because we were outplayed. We lost because my team spent the majority of the game typing just hate to each other. There's some miserable people in the world, apparently. I don't understand why they bring it into matchmaking, but they do. So I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to try my hardest, and hopefully we get a good match on Arthas today. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Garden Terror map yet again today. We are going to be going for Regeneration Master at level 1, which is going to allow us to increase our health regen throughout the course of the game. I want to start out by saying I don't mind posting losses at all, because I've said this before. I'm a firm believer in it. You learn more from your losses than you do from your wins. Let's say hi. Hi, Fran. But there's nothing to be learned when your team is just bitching at each other the whole time, which has happened twice in a row now. Twice in a row. I don't know. I guess I'm the common denominator here, but I'm not trying to be a dick. We have a spin of friendship coming out from the enemy team's Gazlo. Lots of friends and viewers in today's match. I don't mind that at all. But the friendly team, Gazlo, Stitches, Vala, Arthas, and Raynor. The enemy team, Zeratul, Gazlo, Abathur, Rexar, and Salami, Ashalanore. We're going to root down Gazlo in place and try to deal as much damage to him as possible. That'll be first blood. Good job. Try to keep everyone positive this game. What sucks about having to do these episodes multiple times is that I say a lot of the stuff that I want to say, you know, about the history of the character and things like that. I say that like, it takes like 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. And then, hey, let's focus on the game, everybody. Oh, everybody's been bitching the whole time. This is fun. And then I have to do it again next game. So regardless of the outcome here, I'm gonna, this is going live, man. We're gonna try our best. I've had plenty of practice on Arthas, so I shouldn't be missing my skill shots or anything. If you've never played Arthas before or don't know anything about him, his abilities are actually pretty unique in the game. His Q ability can either be used on himself or on enemy targets. It's called Death Coil. What it's going to do is if you hit an enemy, it's going to deal a small amount of damage. If you use it on yourself, it's going to heal you for a small amount. So you don't get too many multi-purpose abilities in Heroes of the Storm. And totally missing my crowd control there. We're going to cast a heal on us and try to move away from Salami. Maybe recasting our E and moving in. A great hook from the friendly Stitches is going to secure a kill. And every time these guys do something, I'm just going to fucking say good job. Please stay positive, please. Okay. His W ability, a little weird. The travel speed on it is kind of slow, so you kind of have to get used to it. But his W ability, it's called Howling Blast, and it is a root in an area. So you specify an area, and then it'll projectile from your character. The missile will travel from your character, land on the ground, and root anyone in the area. We are going to go for Destruction at level 4, and I'll explain the talents in just a little bit. Your E ability is essentially a Burning Rage that costs mana and hits a bit wider of an area. So it's kind of weird now that every character can basically do this for free, picking up a talent, which is normally the talent you pick up. But for Arthas, you also get a little bit of a slow. So you're dealing damage to an area with your E ability. And then you're also going to be slowing enemies over time. The longer they're in the area, the more they're going to be slowed. And then one of the best parts of Arthas is he actually gets to use Frostborn, his iconic weapon that I don't have right now because we're using the skin. Frostborn Hungers is his trait. It resets your attack animation. So you want to auto attack, hit your D, give him the good D. It's the best D in the game. Give him the good D. I'm kind of glad I'm recording the skin because I forgot to say that in the other videos. You give him the good D. You hit really fucking hard, and it resets your auto attack. So, auto attack, good D, auto attack again. You can do a decent amount of damage. I was going to give you a number. But you can do a decent amount of damage in a very short amount of time just with your auto attacks without having to do anything on top of that. So Arthas in today's current meta. We've talked about it a little bit before, but tanks these days, typically you want them for their crowd control. You want them to be healthy and stocky and big out on the battlefield, but you also want them to be able to push lanes pretty effectively. And while Arthas is not the best at it, he's certainly not the worst at it either. He can activate his E ability, his Frozen Tempest. Just gotta walk into lanes, and he'll push lanes pretty well. So as far as that goes, he does fit in the current meta, you know, relatively well. We did see him played quite a bit at the America's Championship in Vegas last weekend, as of the time of this recording. Arthas also fits in incredibly well, going for Rune Tap at level 7. He fits in incredibly well with heroes that have stuns. So we're talking really high damage dealing characters like Kerrigan. Roam comps with Arthas and Kerrigan are crazy good. Crazy good. Arthas and the Butcher, phenomenal duo combo. In fact, we did a Heroes Unite episode on that very comp in general. And of course, Tyrande goes well with any type of roaming comp. So the idea is you would have your team, this is in an organized setting, you would have your team sitting in every lane, soaking XP, just one character in every lane. And then let's say the Butcher was on your team. The Butcher and Arthas would be roaming. The Butcher goes in with that charge that's guaranteed to stop a target from moving. Then you go in with your W ability, with your Howling Blast, and you root them in place even longer. And you do your damage burst with Frostmourne Hungers and just slow them down with your E. Essentially, it's a phenomenal way to get a kill on 90% of the characters in the entire game. And there's not much the enemy team can actually do to stop you from killing them in those scenarios. Stitch is actually another great hero for roaming ganks with Arthas. You just don't get the damage that you normally would, you know, with those other characters. Great with Kerrigan, great with the Butcher, and great with Tyrande. So if you ever want to go into duo queue with some of your friends, Arthas is a great character to play those heroes together. Highly recommended, actually. The Butcher and Arthas, those combos, playing those over voice comms with people is some of the most fun I've ever had in this game. Really, really phenomenal playstyle. Looks like the enemy team is starting to take over the mercenary camps on the top of the map. We did go for Regeneration Master, so in the early game, I'm just trying to focus on getting those stacks. It's actually pretty important that we do that. Looks like Gazlo may be a little out of position. Of course, I am going to completely miss my roots. We do have numbers advantage here. I don't think there's too much that they can do to us. But of course, I'm not really getting in range of Gazlo there. We're just kind of burning all of our mana. The top hat is on Misha, which means it's going to be doing a lot of damage to the friendly team. I want to make sure I don't go too deep here. It looks like we do lose our Vala to the enemy team's Zeratul. All of my spells were on cooldown that could have helped out Raynor there, and I did have to back out. So, not looking too good. Zeratul back at our base might actually kill this Stitches here. Hello. If we didn't intervene. We are going to go for Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead is one of the best sustaining ultimates in the entire game. If you like to be big, if you like to get in fights and get in people's faces, Army of the Dead is a phenomenal talent for you. Back in the alpha, Arthas was the highest sustained tank, bar none. He could live through just about fucking anything. It was, oh, very good, very good. Here comes my crowd control. It's going to miss, of course, because I threw it out. But the slow from our Frozen Tempest is more than enough to secure that kill for the friendly team. We also have a Garden Terror moving out that is going to be dealing some significant damage once he gets out of this Void Prison. And it looks like our Vala had just left the game, so we do have a bot on our team right now. Hopefully it wasn't a rage quit. Oh, she was in the Garden Terror. Great. This will be interesting. But think about it. Think about Arthas' skills compared to everyone else's. And we're mostly talking about back in the alpha, where things were kind of like touch and go with as far as what characters could do. Remember, this is back during the times where Stitches was the highest damage dealing character in the game with the best crowd control and had sprint and blink. We're talking about back in the before times. Arthas had Regeneration Master, which I believe used to give more health per tick. Don't quote me on that one, though. I don't know how accurate that one is. He heals every third auto attack for a very significant amount. He has Army of the Dead, which he'll summon zombies. I haven't actually used it yet. He'll summon zombies around him, then sacrifice those zombies to get health back. He can heal himself with his W ability. And he can, back in the day, he could out-trade just about any motherfucker who walked up in the yard with just Frostmourne Hungers alone. Like, he could walk up to forts at level 7 and tank a fort until it died. He was the king of sustain. And obviously that has been scaled back a little bit because it was just like, how do you kill him? What made it even funner is when artifacts are in the game. Again, I know we're talking about the before times. Most of you may not even actually know about this. Blizzard tried to do a very similar system to what Riot has. And they tried it out on the alpha for just a little while, where... here we go. Let's try to root these guys. I'm sacrificing zombies like crazy trying to stay alive here. I think he's going to get away, unfortunately. There we go. They added artifacts, so things you could buy with gold to increase certain aspects of your character prior to entering a game. I didn't talk about this before either, so maybe it was actually a good thing that I went back and I'm re-recording these. You used to be able to get life on hit with those, and I believe an attack speed increase as well at the same time. That may not be true though, but life on hit was huge for characters like Vala and Arthas because all of a sudden you just didn't die. You just didn't die at all. You could get like 10% life on hit at level 1. Can you imagine that shit? Can you imagine Arthas with 10% life on hit at level 1? Oh, it's ridiculous. We're going to go for Biting Cold at level 13. We're going to increase the damage of our E ability just a little bit. And now we are going to start to focus on the fucking game at hand. I've been kind of all over the place. Let's see. Oh, God. He's really good at baiting me to use that and then getting out of the way. How much longer can he run away? Like, seriously. His turrets are slowing me. He's now in my slow field, though, which means we're going to start to chip away at him pretty quick. Unfortunately, he does have reinforcements coming in, which means I have to leave. In 15 seconds, we will have Army of the Dead. Until then, we're going to have to rely on this sippy cup to keep us alive. Unfortunately, the friendly team is taking a lot of damage. Our Gazlo at the top of the screen is not going to get away because of the top hat of Abathur dealing a ton of damage. The enemy team, this is great. The enemy team is fighting us. We're fighting them. We're actually, like, having back and forths here. This is the best match I've had on Arthas so far. It's been a very long, very depressing day. We're going to have to kill Misha here, unfortunately. It hurts my heart to do that, but we had to do it. I'm going to drop Frozen Tempest and just come in here with my auto attacks. We are sacrificing our Army of the Dead right now to get more life, to heal ourselves back up to full. Ton of sustain coming from that. I believe it used to have a lower cooldown as well. So, I mean, when I say Arthas was the king of healing, I do really mean that it was like, you couldn't kill him if you were by yourself. You had to have help to take down an Arthas. Gazlo does not want to get that Garden Terror. Wants to grab some camps. If we start these really quick, we can continue to get them while the Garden Terror is happening. I would like to head back and get that. If this guy wants to trade with me, he can. No, finish it. Finish it. Oh, okay. So Zeratul actually moving in to steal that. I'm going to come try to contest and then head back to get the Terror. Oh, Vala stunned in a very bad spot. Zeratul could easily jump in here and take her down, but will that be too greedy? I think so. Frostmourne Hungers is going to take him down. Now Stitches, however, I don't know if I can save you, baby girl. I'm sorry, friend. I want to save you. All of our stuff's on cooldown. Here I go. Re-engaging. W going out is going to freeze them in place. Is Raynor going to be able to follow up with enough damage? I certainly hope so. Yes, he is, and we're going to be able to take down Gazlo. So we traded 1 for 2 there. That was a good engagement. And Stitches, good job. Good job getting the Terror. Stitches is going to grab the Terror with only 4 seconds remaining on that. So it was actually really good on his part. Like I said, this is my 3rd video I've recorded in a row of Arthas. So if I'm not all here, I'm sorry. I'm giving you my best. I really am. We are going to go for Stone Skin at level 16. We don't have a support on our team, so we want to build for as much tankiness, as much regen as we can. And Stone Skin, quite frankly, is going to be just a great asset to our build in that regard. This is a copy of Rexar from Abathur. I don't know why. Don't know. I have no idea why it's fighting me. It doesn't make a lot of sense at all. Vala, rather than helping out in any of these team fights, is currently sitting bottom for reasons that I do not understand. I'm gonna ping her for assistance. She's already on her way up, so we won't do that. Let's try to crowd control Salami over here. Has he used his tornado already? I don't know. We're gonna have to Stone Skin, cast Army of the Dead, and just watch my health here. This is without a support on the team. We are just gonna get all of this back. We are gonna be able to stay in this fight. And keep in mind that these guys would also be dealing damage if we weren't sacrificing them. So you can also use this heroic ability offensively as well. That often goes unnoticed to novice players. There's Zeratul right behind me. I think he knows better than to engage on me right now. But he is chasing down our Rainer at the moment. Engaging on Vala, dealing a ton of damage. Unfortunately, messing up his blink a little bit, and that will cost him as the roots land. Can we take him down? Not worth chasing, not worth chasing, not worth chasing. Back it up. Back it on up, back it on up. We're going to grab the sippy cup, and then we can re-engage from over here. Can Stitches land the grab? Great grab going out on Gazlo, but we are going to be crowd controlled by the copy of Salami and forced to disengage. Unfortunately, Zeratul re-engaging is going to be able to take me down. Is he going to die to the tower? Jim Rainer, please right-click on him. Oh, that was bad. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. That's okay, though. That was actually a really good grab from Stitches, but it was an even better response from the enemy team. Just so happened that Arthas made a copy right there and was able to respond really, really well. So overall, I would say this is a pretty good match back and forth. I know we haven't been discussing the match much because, I mean, Arthas really is one of those characters that does have a lot of history in this game. He's gone up and down quite a bit. And I think he is really in a good spot right now. Stitches, however, staying a little bit too long up top as the enemy team is grabbing some seeds. They are going to be able to get this Garden Tear. Let's try to stay together a bit more. Vala is by herself a lot. We need everyone together in these fights for sure. I mean, when they're pure offense like this, they're gonna be doing a lot of hurting to us. Any damage that they do is gonna stick because we don't have a support to heal us back up. If Vala went right-click build, she did not. If Vala went right-click build, she could be healing herself a lot more. If Jim Rainer went for healing, which he kind of did at level 1 and 7. Oh, Vala's a bot. Oh, she's a bot. Well, that doesn't help. Alright, we're going to cast Army of the Dead here. Unfortunately, most of my zombies are dying to the Phoenix. I'm going to move in and try to get as many seeds as I can and then just disengage. Stitches. Oh, we don't need this right now. Good feign death, but it's not going to be enough as we take down the enemy team's Rexar. Stitches, can you get away? Yes, he can with my help. That Frozen Tempest or whatever the fuck going out is going to root the enemy team's Abathur in place and at least allow him to get some room to live. Didn't realize Vala was gone again. So let's ping her. Let's at least have her follow me around. A bot is not going to be that good, but you know, at least she'll be doing something. She's approaching this from the wrong angle, though. She's going to walk right by Salami, so we actually have to stand out here just to help our Vala get back to us safely. This is an awkward position to be in. Let's just go in and try to clear some of this stuff out. Try to get rid of some of their defenses here being laid down by Gazlo. Gazlo actually might be a little overextended here. Depends on how aggressive the enemy or the friendly team wants to respond. I'm going to walk in here. We can cast our Hardened Skin and just see if we get any reaction from our team, and we do not. So we're going to use Death Coil and just back it on up. I am going to have to exit from the north. Maybe we can re-engage here, but for me right now, the best thing I can do is to just right-click on things. Get that auto-attack regeneration coming in. And unfortunately, we do lose 2 members of the friendly team in that fight. I think Stitches just killed me there by dragging an enemy in front of me. I probably couldn't have gotten away otherwise, but we do trade 1 for 1 there. So that's 1 kill for our team. Unfortunately, 3 deaths for our team as well. 4 deaths for our team as well. Great grab, though, pulling Zeratul back in. The Void Prison, completely unnecessary. He could have just walked away. Completely unnecessary. Okay, so we're in a bit of a tussle right now. We're in a bit of a tight spot. What was the name of that movie? Oh Brother Where Art Thou? As Oh Brother Where Art Thou would say. I'm a dapper damn man. Ain't gonna use no fop. We are going to go for Hardened Shield at level 20. Hardened Shield, another great defensive ability. For 4 seconds, we're going to be able to take 75% reduced damage. As you can imagine, when you have the amount of self-healing that you get from the zombies, 75% healing, or 75% damage reduction is a whole lot of damage reduction when you can heal for nearly your whole health bar. Welcome. Valo is back for just a moment, and now she's gone again. Oh no. Oh no. That's unfortunate. Hey, she's back again. This is fun. Zeratil's right behind me, scouting out the area. I think Arthas is right here. So we could walk in here and potentially steal this. And we do just that! The enemy team losing this mercenary camp. Is that really going to make that big of a difference? No. No, not really. Also, my nose is incredibly itchy right now. I went outside earlier, and I'm pretty sure my allergies hate me. Where is Bot Vala? Bot Vala is dead yet again, so we are missing out on that. Bot Vala, making me so sad. That being said, I think both teams are playing relatively well. A lot of times what you want when you're playing as Arthas is you just want your team to follow you into anything. Honestly, it's gonna help out more often than hurt if your team just fucking follows you into everything. We're going to sit here, we're going to kill Misha, that's an XP bonus for us right there. And then we are going to kill Rexar, which is another XP bonus for us right there. Good grab, is it going to... Oh, do we follow up enough? Okay, we're going to pop the 75% damage reduction. We're going to go in here with all of our shit casting, and we're going to try to heal up as much as we can. We're going to try to chase down this Salami and end his life. Can we do it? Can we do it? With the top hat of Avatar, I'm a little worried. We're going to have to disengage now. He's going to blink over the wall there. We need to stop that from casting. We're going to need to mount up right here. I'm probably going to get poked. Yeah. So we need to root. Oh, the roots have failed me. The roots have failed me. Okay. We are going to be taken down. While this was going on, nothing was accomplished, unfortunately. I was hoping that we had some people on this still. We did not. I tunnel vision really bad there. Vala, yet again. Bot Vala, we've been 4v5 almost this entire game. Bot Vala is being so brave, though. She wants to get those seeds. Look at the wild Bot Vala and their natural habitat. I don't know what that was supposed to be either. Just so we're both on the same page with that. I don't know. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Is she just gonna die to this? What the fuck? This is amusing. Oh, so you're done. You're done now. You're just gonna recall. Okay. So you just softened it up for him a little bit. Okay. Good job, Bot Vala. Why don't you follow me, baby girl? Why don't you follow me, baby girl? We'll go out into the world. We'll see what we can do. This game is not over, believe it or not. We're very even on XP. The enemy team obviously coming in here trying to deal some really important siege damage. Do we want to waste a root on this? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Keeping our E up, we are doing that increased damage because of our level 13 talent, but it's not going to be like world-ending damage or anything. It's just, it basically gives you burning rage, it gives you double the effect. Basically, that's what it does. Now, I don't know if those numbers are accurate, so, like, God, chill the fuck out. If you're over here fact-checking me that hard. I'm not that good at this game. One of these days, you guys are going to realize that. I'm really not that good at this game. And even if I was, it's still a team game. You can't carry this shit. What you think this is, Dota 2? Get out of here. Get out of here. What you think this shit is? Alright, the enemy team Zeratul trying to kill our structures. Will he be able to? Of course he will. He's Zeratul, and then he's just going to drop a VP and mess up his blink. Beautiful. He completely misplayed that. Wow. Wow, I can't believe he misplayed that bad. So, our team moving in. We don't have catapults bought yet. We have no structures remaining other than our core. So we really need to make this Garden Terror count. Unfortunately, it's already at half health, but it has killed some important structures. Our team's still pretty split right now. Gazlo in the bottom lane. So, at best, we're going to be in an even fight. Hello. How are you? Go ahead and use our stone skin there just to negate some damage. Rexar actually incredibly out of position here. We're just going to kill him. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use Frostborn Hungers and we're going to kill him. Now, let's go ahead and pop our Army of the Dead. Let's root this Gazlo in place. Come in with as much damage as we can. We're going to pop our damage reduction and try to start healing. Living Bomb actually really good at countering this ultimate, however. Vala back in the game! Vala's back in the game! Here we go. This is where we make plays. This is where we end worlds. Or this is where we lose our Vala. It's one of the two. Because she has no sustain. Oh, fuck. Zeratil's back. Fuck. Vala, no. Don't fight him. You're so young and fragile. You're a fragile woman with that build. Stitches, however, somehow pushed the bottom lane. I wasn't watching. But we got a tower there. We got a keep. We're moving in the right direction. However, the enemy team does have a Garden Terror. It's probably the best case scenario Garden Terror, though. I was going to say because we have everyone alive, but I think we are going to lose our... Gazlo did the unthinkable. Gazlo killed a melee assassin. Nice job. I didn't see it at all. I wish I did. He probably just kited him around his towers forever. We have moved slightly ahead on EXP. Everyone on the enemy team except for Zeratul is alive, but it's going to take them a while to get over here. So this is pretty good. This is pretty good. We're in a good position here. Let's try to root him. Let's try to root him. We'll move in. We'll deal a little bit of damage. Remember, we are slowing this guy down just by standing next to him with our Frozen Tempest, which is why we're actually able to keep up with him as well. Now, the Garden Terror does negate a lot of CCs. It's like you basically have diminishing returns, but it does add up. It is a pretty significant slow. Okay, the enemy team's starting to gather back together. I think now might be a good time to pop Army of the Dead. Oh, Jim Raynor moving forward when he should not be. Alright, Army of the Dead, we're going to get full health really quick. Rexar, out of position. Can't we lock him down? Here we go. A great grab from Stitches is going to secure that kill, and we have numbers advantage yet again. Salami, Ashalanore, is out of the Garden Terror. We're going to pop Stone Skin and try to root this Gazlo. Don't miss. Boom! Nailed it. Frozen Tempest is active. Oh, Hard Skin coming out, Vala. Vala, you're not doing anything, baby girl. Can you come help? Can you come help in this fight? Our whole team backed off. Our whole team backed off and didn't ping it, didn't communicate that in any way. Can we ping when we're going back? I thought we were still... I'm gonna die. Fuck. Fuck. I thought we were still pushing. My fault. That death was my fault. And continuing to go in was my fault as well, but that's one of those things. That's one of those things that can be communicated very easily. You just hit V and ping. It's okay. The enemy team now pushing in. Are they going to be able to take down our core? This is the Abathur copy. That probably means that the real one is around somewhere as well. The real one right here, taking a ton of tower damage, dropping a VP for no apparent reason, and leaving. Completely wasted VP. It did nothing. It did absolutely nothing. Didn't even buy him any time. I mean, if he wants to waste his cooldowns, we could definitely take advantage of that. One of the strongest abilities in the game, that Void Prison. You do not want to waste that. Do not want to waste that. As far as defending this, I mean, we do have a pretty good team for it. Arthas has pretty good lane clear, as we already spoke about. We have Gazlo on our team. Jim Raynor, if he had Seasoned Marksman, would be getting crazy strong right about now. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I don't hate this. We're not in a terrible position. Gazlo going off by himself, though, will die to Zeratul. We just have to stay together. We just have to stay together. Oh, great hook! Going to secure the kill. Once again, trading 1-for-1. Vala died. It's the player now. Vala, you want to stay on this boat? Want to stay on this boat, girl? Alright, I'm moving in. I'm moving in. This is where we make plays for days. This is where we make plays for days. I have to pop all of my cooldowns, though. No one is following me. I'm doing so much fucking damage, and no one followed me. Oh, if we just moved in on that, that could have been a game-winning play. Could have absolutely been a game-winning play. Great stun by Vala is going to help secure another kill. We are up on players right now. Unfortunately, our core once again being attacked, this time by bruisers. Moving in with those catapults. Stitches should be fine. That's just a copy from Avather. Vala recalling up top. The enemy team pushing with yet another Garden Terror. This is their third Garden Terror that's going to be pushing on nothing but our core, and yet our core is missing no health. So we really have been doing a great job of defending against these. But keep in mind, every single minute that passes in this fucking game, these Garden Terrors just get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. He's going to be hitting for probably 1,000 damage every time he swings. And it actually looks like they are going to use this Garden Terror to get more seeds, which... No, he's not. For those of you that don't know, if you go ahead and look at the UI down here at the bottom right, you can see the amount of seeds collected by each team. But notice that the flower is closed. What does that mean? That means that it's not possible for us to get a Garden Terror in this day cycle if the flower petals were open, or in this night cycle. Whatever the fuck I just said. If the flower petals were open, that means that there are enough seeds on the map to get a Garden Terror this cycle. My nose is so fucking itchy, and I'm trying so hard not to just sit here and scratch it, but it's about to make my eyes water. Okay, so the enemy team pushing in very aggressively. We're going to heal with our Death Coil as much as we can. Army of the Dead going to come out early here. We want to make sure that we survive through as much of this as possible. And here we go. We have to make this count. The enemy team pushing in, dealing a ton of damage to the core. I'm standing in a polymorph. We are at 90% health on this thing. Can we keep it alive? I think we can. We actually were able to kill the enemy team Salami there, and Rexar has now been unveiled. Rexar is one of those characters that if you catch him out of position, he's just going to die every single time, and feigning death is not going to help him. So let's throw out our CC. We are going to miss, but he will not get very far. So we saved it. 10% health on this core, 11% health on this core. Not much. We can't do much with it. Apparently we got a kill on Abathur. Push. Push. Push, 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 push. We all need to go together. For some reason, Vala is in the base. Vala is in the base. Okay, we all need to move together. If we could just go middle and make it happen. We can go middle and make it happen. Zeratul can backdoor. I totally agree. I totally agree. If Gazlo wants to stay behind, that is okay. I think he should, actually. All right, we're making our way in. 20 seconds till the enemy team starts to respawn. We should just be going in on core right now. But oh, Zeratul backdoored. Good game. Sucks that we were basically outnumbered the whole time, but I'm just happy to get a game where everyone wasn't bitching at each other the whole time. It was like infuriating. Like the game before this, seriously, we had more deaths on our team from people AFK typing or like not moving so they could type at each other than we had from like the enemy team actually earning them. And that happened twice in a row, 2 games in a row. Maybe my Arthas is just that bad. I don't know. You can decide that. Like I said, Arthas is one of those characters that still fits into the game, but I think he is best played in duo queue. If you want to go in with a Butcher, Kerrigan, or Tyrande, you're going to have a ton of fun on Arthas. And he's still a relevant character. Not what I play terribly well, though. If we want to go ahead and look at the stats, we absorbed 150,000 hero damage. If we had a support on our team, with the amount of healing that I can heal just on myself and a support, it's very likely that this outcome would have been different. If we had a Vala on our team who was able to connect to the game for more than 3 seconds at a time, this outcome could have been very different. But I said everything I wanted to on Arthas. We didn't have people bitching at each other the whole game, so I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Again, the talents: Regeneration Master at level 1. Destruction at level 4. This is going to increase the damage of your Frostmort Hunger's trait. Rune Tap for self-healing. Army of the Dead for self-healing. Biting Cold because they had a lot of people that I could just walk into melee range on. And it helps us deal more AoE damage to them. And it also helps us push lanes a little bit more. And then we went pure defensive for the rest of the game, because we didn't have a healer. So a bit of a weird match as far as dynamics go. Could it have gone better? Absolutely. But I'm pretty happy with that. I want you guys to keep track of my win-loss ratio, because I'm not uploading these games based on whether or not I win or lose. I'm uploading them based on the quality of the information that I convey and the quality of the match. And that match could have gone either way. regardless. If people are just being dicks, I don't really want to show that off. That doesn't really help the community in any way. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was Arthas Menethil. Up next on the list, we have... Oh, by the way, he's not being changed in the upcoming patch. He's basically staying exactly the same. The next patch is going to have a ton of reworks on warriors, which is why I was kind of hesitant to hit the gigantic warrior hump. Chen, Diablo, and ETC. Ooh. But they are getting changed significantly in the upcoming patch, or at least some of them are. But Arthas is staying the same, which is why I went ahead and played him. Up next, we have the Lord of Dunks, Asmodan, one of my weakest characters. So we're starting out a little weird. I'm 1-2 right now, 1 win, 2 losses, and I want you guys to keep track, if you would be so kind, as the series progresses. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.